So now we'll discuss about your force. Okay. So what is your discuss about what is your representation of force as a vector. Okay. So a vector quantity can be represented by a straight line is always okay, and the length of the straight line which indicates the magnitude, and the line itself indicate the direction, and the arrow put it on the head which indicate the action of the vector quantity. Okay, for example, let a force 1000 Newton acts at a angle of 60 degree. Okay, with horizontal in the sense of the center point of O towards A point. Okay, it is a triangle. So whenever we represent the force, it will be capital OA, and over the head it will be indicate a arrow. So in this way we can represent the force by vector. Okay. So now we will discuss about what are the characteristics of the forces. So the characteristics of the forces are, first one, its magnitude, and its point of application, its direction on the body. These are the characteristics of your forces. And what are the effect of forces? A force may be produced the following forces, following effects. First one is it may change the state of rest. Okay, for example, when a body is in rest position, a duster, and whenever I applied a force, push force over that, means it will be forward direction. Okay, so whenever we lift a stone which have 2 to 3 quintal, so we have lift that, but I have not sufficient force over that, but I have not ability to lift that. So we have applied some force, but it will not change its rest position. Okay, so it may be or may not be change the rest position. Next one is it may accelerate a moving, means whenever we are rotating a wheel on the ground, okay, and we are applying continuously a force, pushing force over that, then it will increase the acceleration. Okay, next one is it may give the retardation to a moving body. That same example, when a wheel is rotating on the ground and from the opposite side you apply the force, push force. Okay, so in that case suddenly your wheel will be retarded from its direction. Okay, next one is it may give rise to internal stresses inside the body. Okay, so these are the effect of forces. So these are all about your characteristics of forces and what are the effect of forces. So next, come to the next slide. Principle of superposition. Okay, so first of all, what is superposition? Okay, so when two forces are in equilibrium, okay, equilibrium means equal or opposite or collinear, their resultant is 0 and their combined action on a rigid body is equivalent to that no force at all, then that is your superposition. So it means, so if two equal and opposite collinear forces, okay, this is the picture. In this picture, these are equal and opposite forces are acting on a body. Okay, so forces are added or removed from the system of forces. It will be added the forces or it will be removed from the system. So there will be no change. So in this system and position of the body, then it will be called superposition. Means in a simple way, whenever we apply the forces, the force may be equal and opposite collinear forces which is applied over a body, but after applying the forces over the body will be not change its position or not change its states. Okay, and its resultant force is 0, then it will be called superposition. So in this picture, the two persons are equally applied the force over this body. Okay, but after applying the body, the resultant force is 0 here, means the body is not changes its position. So it is the superposition. Okay, so in a generalization of this observation in this picture, it gives us the law of superposition. So the action given the system of forces on a rigid body, not moving body, on a rigid body, and which will no way to change its state, or if we add or subtract from another system of the force in equilibrium system. Okay, so in a simple way you should remember always, if two equal and opposite collinear forces are added or removed from the system of force, there will be no change in the system and position of the body, then it's called superposition. Means whenever in this picture two bodies are applied, the forces over this body, and this body will not get any changes, the resultant force is 0. Okay, so in this case, if we remove one force and after that also the body will not remove or not change its state, that means it's in superposition condition, the body is present. Okay, so this is all about your principle of superposition. It is also the statement is here. This principle states that the state of rest or uniform motion of the body will remain unchanged. Okay, means if it in rest condition, means the body is in rest condition. If it motion condition, whatever the force you applied over that, it will be in motion condition. The body can change its rest or its position. Okay, so if the point of application of force acting on a rigid body is okay, so is acting on a transmitted to act on any other point along its line of action. Okay, so see here, so first one is your principle of superposition. Now it will be it was your the principle of transmissibility. Okay, so transmissibility means how the force will transfer from one body to another body or in a body. Okay, so this principle states that when your body is in rest position or uniform motion, okay, the body will remains unchanged, whatever the force will be applied over that. Okay, and if the point of application of force acting on a rigid body, it transmitted to act on any other point along its line of action in a straight line. Okay, so see here, this is the body and this is the another body. Whenever I am applying a force over that and another force, means this force will be here in this position. I applied one force, in another position we will also apply another force. But in a principle of transmissibility, means these two forces are acting in one straight line or a line of action. So here one force, another force which is applied, it will be acting in one line. So see here, the resultant force will be acting same line. Okay, so if a force act any point on a rigid body, it is a rigid body, and at whatever the point, in any point, this direction, this direction, this direction, whatever the direction the force will be applied, okay, it may also be considered to act any other point on its line of action, means center line. Okay, so provided point in rigid connected with the body. Okay, so next one is your Newton's law of motion. Okay, so what is the Newton's law of motion? So we all know that Newton's, there are three laws. One is Newton's first law of motion, second one is your Newton's third law of motion, and fourth one is Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so what is your Newton's first law says? Now every body or every object will continue in a state of rest with constant speed in a straight line unless acted upon by an exerted force. Okay. So we will discuss about Newton's law in our next slide. Thank you.